Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and today we're going to be reviewing.
Riverdale.
Yeah, this episode is called The Long Weekend, and we see a familiar face. Chuck Clayton, as you can remember from the third episode, who was shaming, as it were, other girls and stuff like that. Betty's ex-boyfriend or whatever, he's back after kind of vanishing after Betty tried to drown him, I guess, in a wig. And we get a look at what can only be described as sinister Betty, because you have her confront him in the food hall of the school.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know what it's called, I couldn't think of the word, but the eatery, I guess, and she's like so angry, she's like fisting up and stuff like that, and when she opens
that was so stupid. That was so stupid.
That was crazy, I couldn't believe it. She opens her hands and she's got nail marks in it, but I guess crazy.
What made it worse is they had like a close up of her hand. Girl ain't even got nails. How's she doing it? That's ridiculous.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, so the kind of the running story now is that obviously Archie dropped to Veronica what he overheard at the party, so now there's a kind of falling out. So then that leads to a cheerleader tryout, which I thought was the best part of the episode.
You're out of your mind. I'll tell you the best part of the episode later, but that was so stupid.
Veronica's got like really nice.
Tread carefully.
Don't
be creepy.
I don't want to come off crazy, but like, well, number one, she's got a really nice skin tone, and number two, she's got like really, really straight legs.
What does that even mean? She has straight legs.
She's got really nice thighs.
Oh,
it's like when
she's hot. It's on the CW, yeah.
When she was standing in her shorts before the whole thing and that, I was like, this girl's got amazing skin tone. So yeah, there was a really like, it was really weird because it was they were like, right, because obviously she's there's a fly buzzing around your head.
Oh no, I can see it. It's doing my nutting.
But like, yeah, there's like. Veronica comes in and like starts running her mouth to Cheryl like, "Oh, you're whack. Who says you're in charge?" So then they have a cheerleader like dance off, and it kind of, there was no technique to it. They were just like club dancing.
Oh no.
I guess like they were flicking their hair about and doing.
I know, it didn't even make any sense. There were no pom poms. There was no cheer. There was no nothing.
Cheryl kind of dropped to the floor and started writhing and stuff like that. I was like, I'm pretty sure cheerleaders don't kind of do this stuff on the pitch. So obviously Veronica won, and it was, to describe it in a word, I would have to say sensuous. So also the other running thing is it's Jughead's birthday and is doing the whole shtick. Oh, I don't really care about my birthday, I don't celebrate it. So Betty takes it upon herself to kind of go round like organising this surprise party, and 1 minute Archie's like, oh no, it's not a good idea, it's like, forget about it because he doesn't do parties, and then like they're best friends and he knows everything about him, and it's like, oh, it's like he doesn't have parties, like loud surprises, and then like literally 2 minutes later he's like, you wanna know what, this is a great idea. So it's that, and then she decides, right, we're gonna have a bunch of kids around the house because Archie's dad's kind of gone off to go see his mum, so they have a bunch of like a high school party really.
Yeah, well, it wasn't meant to be, wasn't it? I think it was meant to be a small thing for the circle of friends, but then what's her face, creepy sister, crashes, and brings everyone with them.
And then but beforehand Betty decides to like invite his dad. It's like, oh, there's gonna be a bunch of kids, and then just randomly him, you know what I mean?
Rock and roll.
Yeah, and obviously at this party there's a fight breaks out and flipping Jughead gets swung about. I thought the dad was going to batter that guy.
Right, but before that, this was the best part of the episode where Cheryl somehow locks the door and apparently overpowers them. I don't know how that makes sense, but fine. She locks the door and makes them play this game where they essentially call out all the bullshit on the show. How everyone's just going around telling lies, which are pretty obvious that everyone seems to know, but no one calls it out. Like, you had that one random kid point out about Archie with the teacher that no one talks about anymore. Like, why is that not coming? It's like, I'm saying, okay, at least you're acknowledging this is kind of stupid. So they have that. I'm gonna bash this fire, I swear. So they have that, and then the fight breaks out, and yeah, the dad throws. Is that the same kid that was messing with Betty?
Yeah. Because I was expecting the dad to bang him out, but like it was kind of really calm and just kind of, well, not really calm, but I mean, he kind of in control and just shoves him out the door. I thought he was going to bang him out. So yeah, and obviously they clock that the serpent guy was talking to him, and then there's like the big, oh, what's going on? The fact that Jughead's dad's talking to him, and then obviously they think there's a conspiracy going on. I thought it was a solid episode, and then kind of moving on from that, we have the whole Archiekins with his girlfriend Valerie. And then,
first of all, get rid of her because she's doing my nutting. She's useless. Secondly, when he has that conversation before he makes the move on Veronica, he's like, "Oh, my life is so terrible." What are you talking about? Honest to God, this damn kid.
That's how he gets girls.
Oh, it's the worst. Even Veronica points out how he's not even the most messed up in his group of friends. I don't know what he's talking about. What's so bad about his life? Oh, his mum's gone away, so now she's come. His life's got even better. Now his parents are both back together. Well, this dude has everything.
Maybe, yeah. So they make the move, they lips, and then like Veronica's like that wakes up the next morning, and like Veronica's in the bed and Archie's on the floor. Excellent self-control. And like she comes down, and then like Jughead's there, and they're talking about it, and it's like, don't, and they're all being like super secretive, like, oh, I'm not going to tell anyone, like something actually happened and stuff like. And then Archie comes down and he does exactly the same thing. It's like, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. And it's not like, oh, nothing happened, that he don't bother coming out saying anything like that, and even to she, they're just like that. I thought that was jokes.
Why would Jughead tell anyone though? They're his only friends.
Exactly. Another thing I noticed as well, Betty looks much better with her hair down, man. I know she's got a ponytail in the comics, but they spanned to like her bedroom and she was waking up and she had her hair down. She looked 15 times better.
Oh my God! Could you not be creepy for 5 minutes?
It was merely an observation.
Okay.
I think a lot of people looking at it, but Veronica's way better looking than Betty.
You're out of your mind.
Better looking.
You're crazy.
So, yeah. So then, as you said, yeah, it kind of ends with the dad walking in, and it's like, we're home. And then like Molly Ringwell walks in, and another thing I noticed as well, her lip was sticking to her gum. I swear down. Like she comes in and she's like smiling, and like that bit of her lips like stuck to her gum. And then she closed her mouth, and then she opened it and it went up again. So yeah, that was a big thing that made me laugh, that her lip was sticking to her gum. Did you not clock that? No.
Actually, the in-depth review of that.
Yeah. Well, some of our viewers might have actually clocked it, and it might have been on their mind, and they're probably thinking, oh, I wonder if they're going to bring it up. So I did bring up a lot of observations there. Like the start of the episode as well, where it's all kind of like a frat party. They're all kind of topless and jumping around and squeeze, like the guys, and like squeezing their cups and stuff like that. I was like, this party's nothing like that. But yeah, it was a really let's talk numbers. I just can't get over that cheerleading scene. That was crazy.
I don't know, 7. It was fine. That cheerleading thing was stupid as all hell.
Yeah, and also there's the Veronica deposition stuff. And one minute the dad's threatening her, and then the next minute he's sending her like pearls, and it's funny that she rips her pearls off last episode, and this episode she's just wearing a black choker with one single pearl on it.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that either. Yeah,
Um,
7.
yeah, I can match that. I could give it the same. They were just like, now Veronica's kind of joined the I want to find out what's happening, blah blah blah, with the murder. They're all detectives.
I know.
Like each episode that passes, like someone else like becomes a detective. So now they're all like proper like way into investigating. So it didn't really go nowhere. I guess there was no further stuff. You know, they find out that maybe there could be something to do with Sheriff Keller's boy and the serpent. You know, maybe there's something going on there now people are aware of. So yeah, I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and this has been the Superhero Hub. Guest star in The Fly.
I'm gonna fucking kill it.